at lesson 3-4, and what we're going to be working on this one is multi-step inequality. So really, it's just a review of multi-step equations, but now we're going to have inequality sign in there. Same things apply. If we multiply or divide by a negative, what happens to our inequality symbol? It flips, okay? If it doesn't say to graph, you don't have to graph. If it says set value, you do it. If it doesn't, you don't have to, okay? All right, so an example A here, 1A. Hannah, start us off. What are we going to do here first?
We're going to do -9.
Very good. So let's subtract 9 from both sides, so that cancels. So I have 4y greater than 12. Okay. Kayla, what would our next step here be?
You divide by 4.
Good. Divide by 4. So y is going to be greater than 3. Now, it doesn't say anything about set builder in the answer, or sorry, in the directions, so this would be good. If it does say set builder, especially on a quiz next week, line y, right? And then you would put set brackets in there. However, if it doesn't ask for it, you don't have to do it. Okay, just read your directions. Okay, yes ma'am?
Didn't you say like if we have like if you're not gonna take off if you do put it in?
Yeah, if you put it in and it's anything, I'm not gonna count along. Alright, so if you're ever in doubt, just put it in. Okay? Alright, on B. B. Okay, Candy, what would I do here first?
You would subtract 7.
Good. Subtract the 7 first. Remember, skinny fraction. Take care of his friend first. Okay? So we have h divided by -3 less than or equal to 3. All right. Tessa, what would we do now?
Divided by -3 and not by times by -3.
Good. So multiply both sides by -3. And Tessa, when we multiply by negative, what happens there?
You flip the sign.
The inequality symbol flips.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we're multiplying by a negative, so your inequality sign goes the other way, and you get -9. Okay?
Okay, so when you're like multiplying like side to side, then you still have to flip it. Say that again? Like, you know how 3 is...
If you're multiplying by a negative,
Okay,
then this flips.
okay.
That makes sense.
Wait, so you subtract before you...
Yes. Remember, skinny guy,
Oh yeah.
take care of his friend first. Okay? Skinny guy, take care of his friend first. Okay? So then on C, when we have a big guy,
Take care of it.
what do?
You don't take care of nothing.
Knock him down by
You need
the knees, so we multiply by.
6.
There you go, good. All right, so if it's a big guy, take him down at the knees, get rid of that 6, right?
But this isn't the thing we do circle one.
No, we're not doing
And
proportions.
since it's not negative, you don't flip it.
Right, so since we're going to take care of this guy, so remember, when we take care of the knees, the top just drops, right? Okay, so his top part of him is just going to fall straight down. So greater than or equal to -18. Okay? All right, so now what would we do next, son?
Subtract 4.
Very good, subtract the 4 off. So we have 2x greater than or equal to -22. All right. Shiloh, our last step will be to do what now?
Divided by 2.
Good, divide everything by 2. Okay, so we're dividing by a positive, sign stays as is, and you get -11.
But wouldn't you flip
Why would we flip?
because you're dividing by a negative?
Am I dividing by a negative?
No, I'm not.
You divide.
Okay. All right, anybody else have a question? No? Okay. Okay, D. Jillian R. What do we do here on D first?
You're gonna, what's it called? You're gonna distribute.
What number am I going to distribute?
The -2 to the 4 and then the 7.
Very good. Okay, make sure you take the negative along for the ride, right? Don't just do the 2. You've got to distribute the -2 through. So when I do that, what's that going to look like?
-8m minus 14. And then you'll put a 5 in front of it. And then you're gonna do plus 14. And then you do -5.
Okay, hang tight there. All right, so what she's saying at that point, so she distributed, which was fabulous, okay? She said, I'm going to go ahead and add the 14 over, and then the next step she says, subtract the 5. I'm okay with that, that's fine, but how did I teach it to you? What would I have said to do? Hannah?
Combined.
by
Like turn.
like terms. There you go. That's all right, okay? So
Okay.
I would have told you to do this. However, what she's doing is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You'll get the right answer, okay? But we would do 15 less than or equal. I would still have a negative 8m here. What is 5 minus 14?
9.
Negative 9. Very good, okay? So now, Marcella, with that being said, what would we do at this point?
You would. Could you add the 9?
Good. So add the 9 over. So that cancels. So 24 less than or equal to negative 8m. Okay. All right. Maja, what are we going to do now?
What did you divide the 8?
Divide by
Negative 8.
negative 8. There you go.
It was what you said.
Very good. So we'll have negative 3. She said sign should flip, right? Because you divided by a negative m. Okay. Now, in this case, if it doesn't say anything about set builder or anything, you could technically leave the answer like this. The problem is one, set builder. We can't have the number out front in set builder. And two, what if you have to graph? Y'all graph backwards, okay? So I highly recommend you go ahead and get that m out front, okay? Because if I ask you to graph, now you graph correctly. If I ask for set builder line m, you're set and ready to roll. Does that make sense? Okay? All right, any questions? I know we're clicking through kind of fast. Anybody have questions? Okay. Let's go down to E here. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I just wanted to say it to you.
Okay, 1 second. We got Janie's next. Janie, what are we going to do on this one first?
Combine with 1.
Okay, how?
6 and minus 3.
Okay, so she wants to subtract 3n from both sides. So that cancels. So 3n minus 1 is less than 8. Okay. All right. Jillian G, what are we going to do now?
Plus 1 to the other side.
Very good. So plus the 1 over. So 3n less than 9. Okay. And then, Jonathan, what would we do next?
Divide by 3.
Divide by everything by 3. So n less than 3. Okay, again, if it were to ask for set builder, you would put line in a set bracket if it asked for it. Okay, it doesn't ask for it though. Well, that's all right. We're moving fast today. All right, let's go to F. F. Okay, Glenn, what are we going to do here first?
Distribute two.
Very good, distribute the 2. So I have 10 minus 8a greater than or equal to 10 minus 8a. Now, this is the same on both sides, right? And in equation world, what would our answer be? All reals, okay. You have to be super careful on inequalities. It is no longer, if it's the same on both sides, it's automatically all reals. Okay? It's going to be a no solution or all reals, but we have to be careful because the sign plays a huge role in this now. Okay? So here's what I'm going to show you to do. Recommend, first off, let's get rid of the a's and let's just get the numbers left. Okay? That way we're going to look at it and we're going to kind of go back into lesson 3.1 stuff and figure out is it true or false. And that's going to dictate all reals and no solution. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add the 8a over to the other side, so those cancel. So I have 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Okay? All right, so now with that being said, is this a true statement? Yes. 10 equals 10. That works, okay? So if it's a true statement, what do you think your answer is going to be? No. What's our answer going to be if it's a true statement? What's our answer going to be? All reals. Okay? So if it's a true statement, it's all reals. Okay? Now, side note here.